2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Here we are at the Genesis Invitational, one of the top events each year on the schedule. Today's coverage is about to start. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing these two go at it again. It was a great rivalry first time round, and now, more so than ever, they're going to want to beat each other.
Rich, how do you see this one playing out?
Well, last time they played, Tiger came out on top, so I expect this is going to be a lot of fun to watch, no matter who wins this week.
Well, Henny, I'm a little jumpy in my seat, and I can already see the man beside me sniggering. Rich Beam knows he's taken down Tiger once in his life, but I think it was only once.
Luke, please, please, please don't get Rich out of his box. Once we do that, we can't put him back in. Although, I will give him that he's done it. He's shown that Tiger can be beaten, but come on. Can it be done today? It's Tiger Woods.
Well, that's the question we're going to get answered, aren't we? Very few people have ever laid claim to beating Tiger head-to-head. Good luck in your rivalry. You're going to need it. A bit long on that one.
I think they didn't really understand how much downhill it actually was. Shocking.
Let's try and make this one. And only dropped the one shot. That was a gallant attempt. That's disappointing. They're the putts you have to make at this level of competition. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. That's frustrating. And a quadruple bogey putt coming up now. Sitting at 4 over for the day. We know that Riviera starts with a 5-4, but it may as well be a 4-5 because the par 4 second is tougher than the par 5 first.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right, back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. Ooh, right by the hole. Just a 4-footer remaining.
This is important. Big par putt here.
And as they leave that hole, Rich, you'd imagine a little bit frustrated after such a great shot in. Nicely played. Moving on up the leaderboard now after that hole. Pacific Palisades in California, the site of Riviera, the third hole, par 4. Elevated tee shot.
And a fairly generous fairway, a little bit more room out to the left than what players can see off the tee shot. Second shot is going to be downhill to a green that basically chases away from the player, going from the front portion of it all the way to the back. Difficult to get your second shot close here.
Oh, that's a lovely looking shot into birdie range here at the third. 3 feet to go here to the hole. Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade. Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods?
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant. So many wonderful holes at the George Thomas designed Riviera Country Club. This par 3 fourth has to be one of them.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
Oh, that was a touch of class. Wouldn't mind seeing that again.
This shot was absolutely perfect. Looks just as nice on the second viewing.
Now heading over to Tiger Woods.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the 5th here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
Always nice to have a birdie putt.
This putt, this will give him a tie with Tiger.
Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. 4 feet to the cup. It was on a good line. Putting for bogey.
That starts off on a good line.
Yeah, nicely holed. Now 6 strokes back after that hole. The 6th hole at Riviera is one of the most famous par 3s on the West Coast, Rich. An absolute beauty.
It looks like a giant green donut with the bunker right in the center of the green, doesn't it? I love this hole.
Wow, what a shot. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
A bit too much pace on that one. Putting for a par now. The putt drops, and we're moving on. Why don't we catch up with what Tiger Woods is up to?
He's 2 strokes ahead in this group rivalry today.
Let's take a look at the current standings. Oh, Canada! Brooke Henderson leads this tournament. Let's head to the par 4 7th at the Riv. Again, it's a par 4 that requires placement off the tee.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it, but again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods?
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Canada's Brooke Henderson currently leading the field here. The par 4 8th at Riviera is a choose your own adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flag stick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, the left-hand side of the fairway, that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flag stick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill.
Yeah, the line was pretty good, but the length, that was loose.
Yeah, that can happen on these greens. They're tricky at times.
An opportunity to make their par. Ouch, that hurts. Well, that's a bit disappointing. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
Some damage limitation. This one for a bogey.
Just hammered that through the line. Ooh. 6 feet remaining to the cup. Just didn't drop. All right, let's stop the bleeding. This putt for quadruple bogey. Oh, just missed. Job done. Let's head to the next. Sitting at 8 over for the round.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
Good looking shot this. lining up from around 160 yards.
Wind moving right to left on this shot.
Any bounce to the left here would be helpful. Now heading over to Tiger Woods.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
This putt was about 16 feet. Super shot that. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. One of the most often discussed holes in all of golf is the par 4 10th here at Riviera Ridge. There's so much strategy.
It's either driver or 3-wood for every player in this field, but you better be good with distance because this green is very narrow.
This is not a good outcome. Buried in the deep stuff. And here we are with the third shot. And they've done it. Hold another one from way out. What a shot.
Oh, this one out of a smelly spot on the golf course, but no bother for this player.
Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there. That's really not what we're looking for.
Getting ready to play their third. Oh, well done. And this putt is for a big 4 on the scorecard. This must be frustrating. Time to get back on that green. This is their 5th shot. Didn't that look good for a long time? And this next putt, it's for bogey. And that putt will drop. Well done. Why don't we catch up with what Tiger Woods is up to?
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Well, that's a shame. That'll drop them down the standings, that's for sure.
That one's right out of the top drawer.
Playing from around 160 yards.
Downwind on this shot.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Yep, that one's on the dance floor. You can 2-putt that for sure.
Slim chance here for birdie, but you never know.
That'll sting a bit. This putt was about 8 feet. That was a gallant attempt. And this one is for bogey. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? In she goes. Let's head to the next. Sitting at 9 over par. Rich, the 13th hole. Slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left. Requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
Putting for birdie. Whoa, back there, horsey. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Setting up this putt 15 feet from the cup.
Steady on. 5 feet coming up to the cup.
This is what they have left for bogey.
Didn't quite judge the speed on that one. Okay, steady now. It's just about 3 feet away. Oh, so close. No one likes to put a quad on the card. Let's make this, please. That's well holed. Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods?
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. Sitting at 13 over for the day.
Not much happening, moving down the leaderboard, never a good sign.
Opting for the 6 iron. Oh, come on, sit. Time for the second shot at the 14th. Ooh, that almost went down. Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. He was on a good line. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. That's a good bogey in the end. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. This 15th hole, a very strong par 4, Rich. Challenging, to say the least.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
Always a joy to see Tiger Woods. Here he is in action. And here we are with the 3rd shot. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Big putt for par coming up. Currently 14 over par for the round. The 16th hole, short par 3, Rich, but really good if you can get it close.
It's an island green, if you can believe that. It's surrounded by bunkers. I think this is another one of the all-time great designs. It's only about 160 yards, Luke, but the whole green is surrounded by bunkers. Everything feeds towards the center and the front of this green once it gets on there. I just think this is a magnificent design. If you hit it in any one of those bunkers, making a par will be nearly impossible.
So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. And as we move along, it's Lydia Ko in top spot. As we head back up the hill towards the clubhouse, we're faced with the par 5 17th, a long, strong par 5.
At all costs, do not hit it in that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. Anywhere to the left, even in the rough left, is just fine. From there, your next shot should be laid up out to the right-hand side. 3rd shot, straight back up the hill with some kind of wedge. It can be an easy birdie if you get the distance on your 3rd shot spot on. If you get it wrong, however, you could have some issues.
Playing from 110 yards out.
Breeze coming right into his melon.
Well, that's a handy shot. Well, this will be a big birdie here. Good putt to make. Ouch, that hurts. 7 feet to the cup. Ooh, right by the hole. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it.
Yeah, nothing to sweat over that one. Well hold. Lydia Ko is currently in top spot. And we head to the famous finishing hole at Riviera, the 18th, Rich. Really good par 4.
That it is. Fairway tilts significantly from left to right. There's a palm tree up top near the green. That is the line of sight off this tee shot. You find the fairway, second shot is going to be back up the hill to a green that, funny enough, runs away from you. It doesn't tilt back toward you, it runs away from you. So your second shot has got to come in high and soft with plenty of spin if you want to get it close.
A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole. Nice stroke. And with that, that closes out this event for this player. And wow, what a rivalry that was. Let's recap some of the results. But it's a big thank you to Henny Koyak for bringing the magic on the ground today. What about what we saw, Henny?
Thank you, Luke. The pleasure was all mine. I got to see some incredible shots and some not so good stuff, but what a day.
Well, that was a thrilling day. And on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports,